What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Common Sense and Logic.
Welcome back, YouTube. I'm Caesar.
I'm Ronnie.
Hopefully everybody had a great weekend.
That's right. What you got going on today, man?
As far as topics, man, there's a big thing going on with the renovation of the White House.
Oh, yeah.
Trump's renovating the White House. He's putting a brand new ballroom, but people seem to be losing their shit over it, man. And by people, I mean the left, the Democrats,
the liberals.
They're going crazy. This guy's building a brand new, much needed ballroom, and it's not coming out of the taxpayers' money. So people are still complaining, man. Can you believe that?
I can't believe that, man. Yeah, it's not coming out of the taxpayers' money, our money. Trump is actually putting it out of his pocket, and he's got some
donors,
good friends are donating some good money for it. Yeah. And I can't wrap my mind around why these liberals and the Democrats are all upset about it.
Yeah,
when it's been done before.
Yeah, plenty of times. I mean, Obama built a basketball court. FDR built a pool. Nixon built he covered the pool and he built, I forgot what it was. I think a press room or something like that. But yeah, it's been done by several presidents. Jackson back in the
But the kicker is that, and I like to talk about Obama because he was one of the most recent presidents, right? He's done it, but with our money.
Yeah.
And we never said anything about it. No,
$376 million.
Is that what it was?
To build that
basketball court. What is it, made out of gold or something?
I have
What's
no
going on
idea. Well, like you said, I don't think a basketball court is worth that much. He must have pocketed some of it.
Well, that's what they usually do, man. They get a lot of our money and they pocket that money, for themselves, and that's why they're worth a lot of money. When, they don't get paid a whole much by being a president.
They don't, yeah.
So, and a lot of people say, well, he wrote books and all this and that. And look, man, I looked it up. He did write some books and didn't really sell too well, but it is what it is. But we're not going to get off topic, right?
Yeah, no.
But yeah, so he's building that ballroom that suits everybody, the White House, and everybody that's going to be in there, and it's a good thing.
Future presidents to come will use it.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I mean, it's much needed because Obama would hold state dinners in tents outside on the lawn. Can you believe that?
Yeah,
how embarrassing is that? The strongest nation in the world, they're bringing in important prime ministers, leaders from other countries, and you have to put them in tents for dinners, and they have to use, supposedly they have to use porta potties out there,
Well, I mean, it's
Isn't
not
that crazy?
It is crazy, but it's not surprising to me,
No.
and I guess that's why a lot of the world leaders used to look at Obama like a freaking joke, like a clown. You know what I mean? Hey, the truth is the truth, man. There's a lot of complaining about Trump and all that, but I hate to tell you guys, man, the world leaders, they bow down to this guy, man. He's doing good things.
Man.
So, but in the liberals' eyes and the Democrats' eyes, Trump could never do anything good, man.
The hate for him is so intense, and it's crazy that he lives rent free in their head. I think it is, man. They hate him so much. They obsess over him, and they lose their mind over him. It's called TDS, man. It's a real thing. Trump derangement syndrome.
Yeah, that's a real thing. But I would hate that people would actually, hate a person for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just, they act like that just because they hate him.
Yeah.
But I don't want to think that way. I rather think that they're just ignorant, dude. They're plain out dumb, dude. Like misinformed, lies, and all that, and they swallow all that and make themselves dumber. You know what I mean? If that's possible.
That brings out their hate. They're so misinformed and brainwashed.
I guess so.
Yeah, it's just.
But whatever the case, man. Look, Trump is doing a lot of good things, but like I said, in the liberals' eyes and the Democrats, he could do no right.
Yeah, he could solve cancer, and they wouldn't give him credit.
Yeah, he could.
Look at the peace treaty. The peace treaty he did. They didn't give him credit for it.
Yeah, yeah, and there went silence on that.
Yeah,
which is a win for us because he, close your mouth. You know what I mean? Because you have nothing to say.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, you're right. He could probably find a cure for cancer, but these liberals and Democrats that would probably come out saying, that's a bad thing, man.
Yeah, we're overpopulated.
We're overpopulated. We need cancer, so you. Unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
You know, I can't wrap my mind around this freaking idiocy.
It's crazy. But this is where common sense and logic comes into play. Check this out. He's building a brand new ballroom that's needed. Like I said, they used to use tents for state dinners. So he's building a ballroom that's going to be used by future presidents to come and what have you. It's not coming out of taxpayers' money. So common sense and logic tells you it's a good thing.
Right.
If you disagree with that, you really don't have any common sense and logic, man.
Yeah, I mean, look, we just said it a little while ago. It's been done before. The only difference right now is that Trump is making it with his money and his friends' money, versus everybody else has done it with our money, with taxpayers' money. That's the only difference. Whether you like it or not, it's a win-win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't get it.
It makes no sense. I don't understand how people are obsessing or even worried about. I mean, if it's not coming out of your money, who cares, man? Worry about your own home. Your home must be so immaculate and pristine for you to be complaining about somebody else's home. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's a win-win, like I said. But you also heard something about that. If a Democrat gets in there, you know, in 2028.
So, well, not that they get in there, but when they're running for office, one of the things that they have to, one of the policies that they have to run with is that they're going to tear down the ballroom if they're voted as president.
That's insane, man.
That's the only way that the Democrats will accept it. If he puts that out there. If you vote for me, I guarantee I'll tear down the ballroom first day I get in there, you know?
You know, I don't put it past it, but it is like, you know, surprising that these guys would actually go in there and demolish something that belongs to the White House.
Not only that, they'd have to build it up, and where's that money going to come from?
That's where I was going to go, you know what I mean? Like, they're going to demolish a part of the White House to redo it again. It makes no freaking sense at all, man.
Money.
With our money, you know, just literally flashing, you know, just flashing down the money and down the toilet. You know, it's nuts. Hey, you know, I'm lost for words, and I'm trying to check myself, you know, on how to talk. But you know, some of these words are well deserved for liberals and Democrats. You know, I mean, have you guys not noticed that you know, I mean, how you guys are misinformed so much that you don't even know that right here in California, the capital, that they've been trying to do that thing, trying to, you know, fix it somehow, do some additions to it and whatnot, and that's coming out of our pocket, out of our money.
Where's the backlash, right?
You know, nobody's saying anything, and it still hasn't been done, and it's been going on for years.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, you know, and the people that should be saying something would be the Republicans, because the Democrats are doing it, but we don't live like that. We don't live obsessing over what Democrats are doing, which really, I mean, like, whatever, you know?
Yeah. Look, man, the Democrats have been, in talking about this state, they've been in power for a long, long time. And they haven't done
a well-known blue state for sure.
Yeah, they haven't done anything, man. It's been going downhill since they've been in power, you know what I mean? And I can't believe that there's still some dumbass people that are willing to vote for them. You know, I heard a joke the other day. I'm not sure if it's a joke or not, but they were saying that if once Trump gets out of the White House, that he should come over and run for governor here in California. So yeah, man, that would be nice. That would be awesome.
I mean, it'd be a little too old, but yeah.
But hey, I think he could still do it, man.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, I mean, that's what's going on right now. You know, a lot of bitching and crying about it. You know, like I just don't see why. But
yeah, man, I believe the hatred towards them is it's real, and that's all they live off of. Look at Prop 50, what they're doing here in California. They're putting commercials out there to stick. If you want to stick it to Trump, vote yes on Prop 50, without giving you details as far as what the benefits are or whatever. They're just saying, stick it to Trump, vote yes. So they're playing off of your hatred for Trump or your misinformation.
They always do that. They always play on words. You know what I mean? Like, stick it to Trump. No king. You know what I mean? And you clowns believe all that.
No fascists, no king.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I hear when I talk to people out there on the street. That's exactly the same play on words I hear from them.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have nothing of their own coming out of their mouth, dude.
Right.
Like, that makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it's
like they don't have their own freaking
thought process. Yeah,
exactly.
They don't have their own what do you call it? Opinions, their own ideals. You know, it's mind-boggling.
Yeah. But I guess that's why, you know, you guys are liberals and Democrats. You know what I mean? But
let us know what you guys think. I mean, Isn't it common sense to say it's okay with what he's building a brand new ballroom, especially that it's not coming out of our funds?
That's the key thing right there. That is not coming out of our pocket.
So if you guys disagree with that, you guys just don't have any common sense. I mean, honestly.
Yeah. I mean,
flat out bottom line, you know?
Yeah, idiocy is what I call it. I mean, look, we have so much information nowadays. We have our phones real quick. We could like just, type in something like, it's so easy, dude. Every time you hear something like, Trump is doing something bad or something wrong, tap it in. Find out who's done it before. That's how you compare things. You know what I mean? Like, this is a perfect example. If you're bitching and crying about it, if you're too young to know, and you're hearing that, he's wasting money and he shouldn't be doing, all you got to do is go and say, who's done it before at the White House? Who's renovated the White House before? And you're going to get everybody there.
You're going to get a whole list of renovations.
And you're going to see how much money they spend, where did the money come from and all that. And then you make up your own mind whether Trump's still doing something bad or not.
Yeah, so not only that, I mean, it's just like any regular house, it's if it's old, at a point it has to be renovated. It has to be gutted out and new stuff needs to be put in. In this case, he's building a new ballroom, so there's no there's no negativity about what he's doing. I think it's just coming out of the left that they're making it negative.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're always going to do that. They've been doing that since day one. Like I keep saying, Trump will never be able to do something good in their eyes.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, but we're just here to try to figure out common sense and logic. And like I said, if it's not coming out of the taxpayers' money, it's improving the White House. It's giving them a room that's needed. It's not like he's building a basketball court that's not needed, like Obama did. This is a ballroom that's needed for when prime ministers, important delegates, leaders from other countries come over.
Now, why would Obama have a basketball court there, dude?
I guess he liked to play basketball.
Is that what it is?
I don't know what to tell you.
Or did he brainwash so many people thinking that he's black when he wasn't?
That he's not black. That I don't know, but he must love but he's got to have some black in him. He does look half black or whatever.
Look, he's not black. I know that for a fact.
Right.
He's not black. He's I was gonna say Muslim, but he's from that side. What I mean? So he's not black at all.
He likes the boy likes basketball.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's just it's not. It wasn't a needed. What do you call it? Room. It wasn't a needed addition. Basketball court is not needed. It's a luxury. A ballroom is needed for dinners with events, fundraisers, for important stuff.
Well, if he did play basketball, that's cool, right? Because the White House is part, their home per se, right?
Well, he took down the tennis courts and he built a basketball court. But I think during Trump's first term, he built Trump brought back the tennis courts.
I'll tell you why he did the basketball thing.
Yeah,
because he thinks that a lot of people think that he's black.
Uh-huh.
So, that's how stupid they think the people are. Oh, let me build a basketball court so that way they could like me. That way they could think that I'm on their same level.
That he's hip.
And cool. That he's hip and that they're going to keep voting for me and
he's
stuff.
With it. Yeah.
It's like, come on, man. Really? That's how stupid they think that most people are?
I believe so.
Especially right now with Trump, too. Like all, this Prop 50 here in California, all they say is stick it to him.
Yeah.
They don't really break it down to like, why is it that it's good for them for you to vote yes on it? Obviously, they're not going to tell you the negative side, so you can't vote no on it. And that's what you should be doing on Prop 50 here in California. Do not vote yes. Because again, they've been in power for so long, the Democrats have, and they haven't done jack crap for it, man.
Right, yeah. Yeah, if you're going to vote yes, at least look at why you're voting yes for it. Not just go by stick it to Trump, which is
that's so lame. They think their voters and followers are, man. Like, they give you catchphrases, they give you play on words, like I said earlier, dude.
Right.
Like, it's unbelievable, man. But hopefully you guys will get some common sense and logic, man. And you can get that right here.
Give us your feedback, man. Let us know why you think, if you don't think that it's a good thing that the ballroom is being built, tell us why. And you put some common sense into it, man. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, you have to bring your argument, because we're going to ask you, if you're going to come out saying, Trump shouldn't do this, okay, cool. Give us your reasons.
Right.
But then when we ask you, why, were you okay with, other presidents doing the same thing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't go and you have to be truthful to yourself. You can't say, no, it wasn't right. because that's just the way you want to get out of the argument. You have to be real to yourself, and if you didn't mind, you have to say no, I didn't, and then that's when your common sense and logic is supposed to kick in as to why were you okay back then with it and now you're not.
Right? Yeah. Definitely give us your reasoning. Just don't say.
And stick to that. Don't embark or branch out to other subjects.
Right. Yeah. Don't get off subject or, like you said, branch out to the stuff. Stick to the main topic, man. Then let us know what you think.
That's right. So that's pretty much it for today.
Yeah, keep it short and sweet, man. Just like you said, we're tying in common sense and logic to topics, and this was a good one, I think, because I think common sense and logic tells us it's a good thing. It just doesn't make sense, especially if it's not coming out of our pocket,
Yeah.
And it's needed.
Right.
And it's been done in the past.
Exactly. See, so you got a lot of points right there. And it's all, common sense and logic.
Common sense, logic, and facts, man.
People without common sense and logic, they're out there, crying and kicking and screaming and
they're
protesting.
just letting their emotions get the best of them. They just talk from emotion, pretty much. They don't speak out with reasoning,
He's trying to be generous. It's just plain a stupidity. You know what I mean? Like, just call it for what it is, man. You know what I mean? Like, you guys do. They're out there, calling people names and all.
That's all they do is just cuss and just call people names, fascist. What else? Nazis, racists,
just all kinds of names.
Yeah.
And that's cool. Yeah. Whatever. It doesn't hurt any. You know what I mean? Like,
well, in a way, it does. The why would Charlie Kirk?
But that's why I was gonna go with that. You know what I mean? Words,
the rhetoric does hurt. Yeah.
But that's what I was gonna go with that from the leaders. Yes, because they know that there's a bunch of dummies out there. They act like little kids. That they're gonna do this play on words, and people are gonna get all emotional and do damage. Right. When it should be like, look, man, you could just call anybody whatever names you want. It's not right, but you have that freedom. Yeah, and we touched on this in a video before this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have the freedom to express yourself, but when it becomes a freaking straight up wrongdoing is when you start getting, personal. You know what I mean? Like touching. That's
physical violence. Physical violence. Guys, it's okay to disagree with other people, have different ideals. At the end, we should just, be able to just give our own differences of opinions, just go on with our lives. There's no need for violence, killing people or doing what they're doing out there.
And again, I say it on most of all the videos that we made when I name call people like stupid and ignorant and all that. It's not on your personal whole life. It's on the subject. We're talking about politics. I don't know you, so you're probably a genius in mechanics, mathematics, what have you. So I'm not even touching that. I'm sticking to the subject in politics. You're not processing things right. You know what I mean? Right. It's like you don't have that capability to do it. So.
Yep, we'll leave it at that, man. Leave your feedback. Tell us what you think. But I think it's just black and white here. There's really no gray area.
No.
It's common sense. It's a good thing that he's building a ballroom because it's needed. And like I said, it's not coming out of the taxpayers' money.
That's right. So I hope you guys like this video, and I hope that you guys like the other videos. If you haven't checked them out, go ahead and check them out and give us a like, please, and subscribe and leave us some comments.
Yeah, keep those thumbs up coming, man. We like the feedback. We like the likes, of course, and really like the content. Subscribe to the channel.
Yeah. So remember, folks, common sense and logic. If you have it, use it. If you don't,
come on back, man.
We'll knock some sense into you.
There you go. Checking out, man. I'm Caesar. Have a great one.
Peace. Thank you.
Till the next one.
That's right. Bye. See you guys. The additions or risk extraction that he's doing,